Hi everybody, this one's going to be a particularly useful video, I think. I'm going to demonstrate today from both the teacher's perspective and the student's perspective what everyone sees when they both create an assignment on the teacher side in Schoology and what the students actually see on their side, both on a laptop or Chromebook and on their phone. And I hope through being able to show you both parts of this, both the teachers and the students will understand how to best communicate and send our assignments back and forth to each other. Let's get started. For demonstration purposes, I've created a fake Schoology class, and I've got a couple of students enrolled into it. So I've made an assignment here, and it's just called Turn Some Stuff In. And on the teacher side, this is what it looks like for you. I've made just a simple assignment that all it does is ask students to turn some stuff in. And then the only description that I've given here is turn some stuff in. I've given a due date, a category, and a number of points. Nothing fancy. I haven't done any other learning objectives or anything fancy like that. And hit Save Changes. I've done that, by the way, just by going in and hitting Add Materials, Add Assignment. That's all that is. So I'll now switch over so you can see what this looks like on the actual student side. For teachers, I should mention here that if I were to switch over here and use course options, view course as, and then switch to become one of these other students, if I click on this, I don't actually see what this looks like for the students. I'm missing something very important right here, and I'll switch over and show you. Okay, so I've now become the student who's enrolled in my class. And if I click on the Turn Some Stuff In assignment, you see I get this box right here. This is the Submit Assignment button. And the only way that you can see this is if you are a student in the course. You cannot view Student as a teacher to be able to see this button. And I think this is where a lot of the problems are coming in. So if you click Submit Assignment as a student, you'll get this dialog box if you're on a Chromebook or a Windows machine. And this is where the students can turn their work in to the teacher. And they can turn in a lot of different kinds of things here. So if you click on this little button, the little file button here, this will allow you to attach any file, and upload it as your response. So if you ask the students to take a picture of their work, maybe they're in a math class and the teacher wants to see exactly what their assignments, what they did for their scratch work. They could take a picture of that scratch work, of that piece of paper, and then upload that picture right there to Schoology. This button is an audio-video recording thing. This allows the students to submit a recording, audio or audio and video, that's done inside Schoology up to Schoology. I use this all the time as a band director to have my students submit video and audio files to me. There's also the option where the students can actually type their response here or cut and paste a response. That works. Resources just goes into their personal stuff, but there is a neat trick here. If the students click Resources and then Apps, if they have their connected Google Drive here, they can actually grab one of their Google files right here and upload it to you. Now again, this is on a Chromebook or on a laptop. Just to show you really quickly what that upload function does, I'm going to quickly grab a picture, just a random picture, and upload that to this Schoology file. So I'll just grab a picture of a butterfly I took earlier this summer, and I'll submit that, and I'll switch back over to the teacher side and you can see what that looks like. So now here I am back on the teacher side, and my student has submitted a file to me, so it now shows up here under Submissions. And if I click on this, I will see the picture that I uploaded as that student. It's just a picture file, a JPEG that I uploaded as that student, and it just shows up here. If this picture had been of student work, that picture would just come straight in here. So all I did is submit that as the student, and then students, you can see how your teachers now see that file. It comes in over here, and they can grade it from inside of that. And it tells me that I need grading and that it was on time. So teachers, let me show you another way that we can change this. I'm going to create another assignment. So add materials, add assignment. This one is going to be new work. And it is going to ask the students for a specific Google submission. So I'm going to say assign from Google Drive, and I want them to fill out a blank requisition form. Why not? And I'll attach that. So now this is going to create a copy of this file for each of my students. I'll put a due date on it, make it due tomorrow, category of cool work, and create. Now again, on the teacher side, this just gives you a link to the form that we want them to fill out. This is an old requisition form for Wes Clark, and we now want them to fill out this requisition form. I'll switch back over to the student side so you can see what the students see. Okay, so now I'm here in this work with the student side. So let me back out so you can see exactly what it looks like. So I am the student right now in that same class, and if I see that I have this new assignment called new work, I'm going to click it, and the student is going to see that, oh, I have an assignment that's due on Friday, and a description has not been provided. That's kind of funny. That's because I, as the teacher, didn't put anything here. But I have this button that says My Document, and the student clicks that, and they will now get a copy of that requisition form. When they push Edit, oh, they're going to have to request access, I see. Once they get access to that, make sure that you allow access to that. They will get their own individual copy of whatever Google document you link there. And after they fill it out, they hit Submit Assignment, and that will turn in on the teacher side. I'm now signed in as the student on my phone on the Schoology app. And you can see I've got a couple more assignments. There's a phone test assignment here. And if I click this as the student, I just see, okay, I've got an assignment. And I didn't put any information here, but there would be information. And there's a section for comments. But what I'm after is this grades and submission, where they can see if it's been graded, and then the plus sign at the top here. I'm touching that plus sign, and there's a button that says Upload Submission. And if I push that button, this is going to ask what type of thing I would like to submit: a photo, a video, a file, or a resource. The photo is going to come from the photos on my phone. Same with the video. Those are going to be from your phone. So if the student has a picture like of student work that they want to upload as their assignment completion, that's what they would push. If they wanted to submit a video, that's what they would push. If there was a file that they had on their phone, that's what they would push. And then resource allows the student to get to their connected Google Drive to submit something that they had worked on in their Google Drive. So students who are watching this, this is how you can, even on an assignment that the teacher did not ask for something through Google Drive, using that button, the resource button, and then using your connected apps, the resource apps, this is how you could submit something to them through Google, even if the teacher didn't ask for it through Google. So those four options, photo, video, file, and resource, are the ways in which students can submit a file to you as the teacher. So I'm just going to go back through here and choose a picture, and I'll allow it to get into there. And now you can see it decided to bring up my camera so I can take a picture of myself. And we'll see what that looks like on the other side. We'll say that's okay. All right, and then submit. And now you can see that the grades and submission thing has changed, and if I push the submissions button, I can see exactly what that image was or what the item that I uploaded was. And then students, you would be able to see comments and the grades here as well. There's another test that I put on here, which is phone test number 2. This one is different. This one is asking for the student to fill out a Google document. So you can see that there is the description, the due date, the information. If you push the My Document button, it's a little hard to see here, but it's right there, My Document. This is going to open up in this window their Google file. So teachers, if you create a blank Google document and then link it using the Google Apps on the assignment, then this is what the students will see on their side. And you can launch the Google app itself. It's going to open on their phone, and they can then type inside of this document and then submit it back to you automatically. And teachers, this would show up in your Google Drive as that student work. So here I am back as the teacher looking at my newly submitted work from the Phone Test 1 and Phone Test 2. I'll click on this and I can see that my student has turned something in and it needs grading and it's on time. I'll click on it. And hey, look, I see the picture from their phone that they submitted. Look at that. Now I'm going to go into Phone Test 2. This is the assignment that had a Google app attached to it. You can see I have a very important essay here that's been turned in, and if I click that, then if I had typed something here as that student, I could see what they had typed. I hope this has been helpful. Students who are watching this, who are using your phone in the short term before we get our Chromebooks, I hope that that is really helping you out so you understand how to submit work to your teachers. Teachers, I hope this helps so you understand what your students see as your assignment. If you make something that does not expect a Google file in return, it allows the students to upload anything in response, including a Google file. So in the short term, I might suggest allowing your students to submit a file in whatever way works for them, depending on what devices they have, until our Chromebooks come in. I hope that's been helpful. Thanks.